Familia. Wrong podcast. Welcome to Confidently Insecure, the podcast where we're absolutely sure we don't know everything. I'm your host, Zach Noitawa.
And I'm Kelsey fucking Darragh.
Goddamn right. Happy whatever day it is.
We got spotted at the Taylor Swift concert.
Oh my God, we did.
For the pod.
Oh my God, wait, just start there. You guys,
Sorry.
we went and saw Taylor Swift.
I just remembered.
Well, yeah, no, talk about it. Tell me about it.
Taylor Swift?
It was great.
It was so good. It
This
was my
bitch
second
performed
time.
for 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. I will say, as someone who saw the very first concert of this tour,
That was the first concert
in
that you
Glendale,
saw?
Arizona, yeah.
Oh my God.
Paramore opened. It was magical.
Yeah.
This is all the love in the heart. She needs to take a rest soon. Her voice is, it was significantly less.
Strong.
Yeah. But like, oh no, you see, okay. Swifties, I can feel them coming for me. I'm just saying, I'm looking out for Taylor in this, that I don't want her to push herself to need like surgery or something.
You guys didn't hear us, perhaps. She performed for 3.5
and a half
and
hours.
not just singing. It was multiple albums combined with dancing. Running. She didn't go up in the air, which I was glad about.
I wish they would have fucking dangled her above us like a Christmas
like a
ornament.
Carrot, and we're just nom, nom.
Like cats. Like,
yeah. But can I say about the experience as someone who deals with agoraphobia and panic attacks and anxiety, I have never felt safer than at a Taylor Swift concert.
Because the estrogen levels are through the roof. Everyone's like looking out for it. You said a fully grown woman was sobbing in the bathroom and like 3 women came to her aid.
Yes, because her skirt had split open and people came and like sewed her back together. And like, I was never once looking over my shoulder. I wasn't clutching my bag tightly against my chest. Like, I was
free.
Truly, I was ready to take my pants off.
You should have. It was just so nice to be amongst people who like honestly live in like Taylor Swift's image. Christ-like.
But it just goes to show that you can, like, there is a world that exists where we do kick out straight men.
Or let the behaving ones stay.
Yes, come in. And now I'm like really freaking out because I can't believe we just like let that exist for a moment in time. And we were like, wow, this was so special and magical. And we're not like fighting
we could
for
have
that
this
to be our environment in the world every day. I mean, of course we're fighting every day, but like, holy shit.
I mean, truly, because you think about it, 70,000 people.
That's a city right there.
Yeah. Well, when it was in Glendale, Arizona, they changed the city to Swift City. Yeah.
All I'm saying is I get why little farms are popping up all over America with friends and polycules and like just women only gangs.
I can see you doing that in 10 years.
Once I've like made my millions and then I'm like, I'm so exhausted and I'm good.
Well, no, I see you turning it into a profit thing, but like.
Yeah, facts. But speaking of retreat.
Oh my God. Kelsey has a retreat.
Don'tPanicRetreat.com.
You have a website?
Have you not seen it?
I know. I love it.
You're
actually
the worst friend.
I saw it.
Doesn't know about my boob cancer. Doesn't know about my website.
Is that how you just told everyone about your boob cancer?
No, I don't have boob cancer.
Did you get the call?
I got the mammogram done.
I was literally, your bad friend was literally at the appointment with you, but go on.
Fair. Okay, wait. Retreat, we've sold like 8 spaces, I think.
Oh my God.
Out of 13. And
That's so cool.
Go book it now. We actually had a confidant register because they heard through the podcast. And it's happening October 5th through 9th. 4 days in the Malibu, like cliffside mansion with like a magical portal vortex. And then that's not just keyword for my vagina. Friends, queer friendly.
Wait, what's a portal vortex?
It's like a very strong place geographically that like magic happens.
Oh, like, and this is on the map?
Yeah.
Or like this is known about this mansion?
Yes. And it's like the guy who built it like had all these people face it a certain way and like designed it a certain way so that it's
that's cool. Energetically awesome.
Yeah. And it's gonna be great.
I assumed all 8 people were confidants for whatever reason, or confident bottoms.
Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Anyway, yeah. Housekeeping. Bing bong.
Housekeeping.
I got a mammogram. That was fun.
Yes, you did get your titties flattened.
And dog, you think oh, my boobs are so small, they're never going to be able to get them in the machine, or like they won't be able to flatten them that much. I got to see my nipples from like an angle so far away from my body that I was like, what the fuck? They flatten these things like Play-Doh. They were like shoved it in between two plexiglass.
Throw it up in the sky like a pizza.
Truly, and she was like an older woman with like
didn't give a fuck.
Kind of a limp, and so she would just like walk up to you and like grab your titty and like flatten it between these two things. And here's the thing: when she was like, "Okay, so I'm going to tighten this," and then I have to like, they smush your titties in it, and then they twist a thing that tightens it even more. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, this won't be bad because I'm kinky. And so she does it. And like, we do like 5 or 6 images. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Like, ow. But like, And finally she's like, okay, this is the last one. I didn't want to have to do this one, but your chart, we have to do it. And I was like, okay, bitch. I think I left my body. Like, it was so like, it took my breath away. I was like, and I just stayed still for like 3 seconds. And then she was like, okay, you're done. And
So it was a tighter grip.
Yes.
Has a titty ever exploded in these situations?
Probably.
That's so scary.
No, I'm sure it hasn't exploded. But if case you hadn't been following or haven't caught up on episodes, they found a lump during a routine annual exam at my gyno. Went to a boob specialist. She did a sonogram. She was like, you have really cysty titties, but based on the fact that grandma and your aunt died from breast cancer, we're not going to fuck around.
Yeah.
There's like a 6 centimeter lump in my tit, my right upper quadrant.
What is 6 centimeters for those of us in the United States?
Bitch, I don't know.
Okay. Because all I can pull is inches, and then that's huge in my head. Centimeter must be very tiny.
But what's crazy is like,
it's like a fun size Snickers.
maybe.
Okay.
It looked huge on the image. You know, like when I saw it, I was like, Jesus, fucking
is that
Christ.
the titty? Also, doesn't the squishing maybe like break up any of the cysts?
No, so cysts can pop though.
Ooh.
And I think I've had them happen because remember I told you like
Shooting
every now
pain.
and then I just get like a crazy shooting pain in my tit. I'm just like, I thought that was normal. That could be cysts.
Wait, and also, is there anything you can do preventatively for not making more cysts?
No, just screenings.
Wow.
Women are kind of fucked in that way. Same with like cervical cancer and ovarian cancer. There's nothing really to prevent it. It's just constantly making sure you don't have it.
Okay, get ready with that don't Google it button.
Okay.
Because I sent you a TikTok of
Don't Google it.
of this professor woman. She started with, I'm not telling you to drink castor oil, but it has all of these properties that like go deeper than any other oil, and it like breaks up cysts. I sent it to you.
Another friend sent that to me.
Stop.
And I went to go look at it and it said it was removed. I wonder if it got taken down.
See, big medicine doesn't want us to know that we could just be guzzling castor oil.
Don't Google it.
I don't even know what castor oil is.
Well, I'm
Does
going
it
to
go
tell
in
you
a
right
car?
now. Oh my God, Zachary. I tell this story all the time to people. My cousin, who I don't talk to and is like a little bit unhinged.
Wait, you take a spoonful of it. Sorry, go on.
So to induce labor, she read on the internet that if you drink castor mineral oil, that's what it is. It's mineral oil. It'll induce labor. Zachary, she drank castrol motor oil to try and induce her pregnancy.
And that's how Lightning McQueen was born.
And she thought she was having contractions. She went to the hospital and they were like, no, we need to pump your stomach at 8 months pregnant. Pumped her stomach, sent her back home. She didn't even have the baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we don't talk to her very much.
But the baby was like sipping on some motor oil for a second.
Let's just say I've seen the baby.
And it is road ready.
It's a car.
Wait. Okay, that is so crazy. Also, what does the word mineral have to do with anything? Like,
It's a mineral oil.
but like, what's mineral water
It's derived from minerals
as opposed to regular water?
as opposed to rocks.
Oh
Think
my
about
God.
where does water come from?
Don't Google it.
The
God.
sky, my tears,
Okay,
your sink.
sure.
But it's like sulfur, like it has to go through a filtering process.
Okay.
So when you get something from minerals, it's because it's filtered through minerals.
Oh, okay.
Don't Google it.
I could be
I
just.
fucking love that.
I was confident about it.
You were. It was so nice.
It feels real.
Your restless leg syndrome never helps your case because it looks like you're nervous, but
And that's the thing. When I've been reviewing our like social media postings,
oh yeah, it's like
my leg is going cuckoo bananas.
I also experienced that, but not as much as you.
I am going to try my best. And Amy, if you see me shaking my leg, say something.
Our
Zach's
producer
friend's here.
Amy is here.
Yeah, our today producer Amy's here. I get so excited to talk to you.
No, same.
What about if we throw it on over to a little talk me? I see you have something listed here.
Well, I just saw a poignant. My TikTok is mainly like self-help and
Same.
some like animal stuff, and then like cooking.
Oh.
And eventually, like sometimes hot guys make it in. I need to actually seek out hot guys so I can get, hot guys back in the mix.
Okay.
But this woman was saying how self-discipline is actually freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe people know, different things hit people at different times.
Yes.
But it's like, if you have self-discipline, which we relate to like grinding or like showing up or like doing the work or putting in the time, that leads to financial freedom. It leads to more time. It leads to more success. When you don't have that self-discipline, you are actually more of a slave to like the industry, the capitalism, barely making ends meet and stuff. So like if you can associate the feeling of, oh, I got to do this, like to this is good because this means I'm going to be freer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably the number one thing I say in interviews, like especially when I was doing like book promotion stuff, when people are like, what's your best tip for people with anxiety or whatever? And I would always say, it sounds backwards, but routine gives me freedom.
Yeah.
Routine is like,
wow,
gives my brain the ability to just go, and I don't even have to think about it. Building the routine, building the habits is the hard part, but that's why I always recommend like atomic habits or habit stacking in the morning. And that little tiny switch was my aha moment.
Wow.
Was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this, but now it's part of my routine. I don't even think about it.
I do this.
I do.
I am someone who doos.
I do poo poo. I got dog shit on my hand 3 times today. And it's like 11 a.m.
And it was like none of your dogs.
Anyway, that was part of my routine, was walking the dogs, and I don't know what happened with the bags, but I picked up a lot of poop on my fingers.
My friend Amy, who's here, is huge into morning routines, and she relates to you in that she's like, I can spend an hour to 3 hours diving into my journaling, meditation, yoga.
What's like your non-negotiable morning routine thing? Yeah, because you're taking care of something else.
She said walking her dogs. Yeah.
And it's like, if I don't do that in the morning, like their life is
they
bad.
die. They shit on the carpet and you pick up more poop.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
she didn't used to walk them every day.
Get you
PETA,
outside.
Amy lives in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Stop it. What's your favorite non-negotiable morning routine?
I've been getting back into like physical movement or exercise. Like that's like something I do like in the first like hour that I wake up, because it's nice to get it done. It gets me out of the house. It gets me like moving.
Yeah.
And I've just realized that like so much about getting older is about like staying mobile, flexible, strong. And so I'm trying to lean into that.
Speaking of becoming an adult, we're going to take a break and then we'll get back into today's topic.
Yeah, adults take breaks, bitches.
Oh my gosh, you can probably tell by the title of this episode, but Zach and I are going back to college.
Wait, should we do the boring history thing first, or like opening thoughts on college?
I kind of want to hear the history of college.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, in case you took that the wrong way, I'm not actually, no one's going back to school.
No.
Just this episode is about college.
Have I ever told you this? This is, I almost only have stressful dreams. That's just something about me. I have this recurring nightmare where I am going to my first day of graduate school. I realize,
Congrats.
Thank you. But I realized midway through the first class, I do not want to go to graduate school.
Oh,
And I've taken out
no.
all these loans, and I have to get to the bursar's office to cancel them before the end of that class. And I can't find the bursar's office.
I haven't heard that word in 12 years.
Isn't that the financial room?
Yeah.
Bursar?
Put it in the comments below if you
okay.
know what that word means.
Okay, so the word college is from the Latin verb lego, legere, legi, lectum.
Hold on.
It's like, you know how you like conjugate different verbs?
Okay.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at what you just said. It's a Latin word for Lego.
It's from the Latin verb.
Okay.
Lego, legere, legi, lectum. To collect, gather, together, or pick, plus the preposition Cum, C-U-M, with, thus meaning selected together.
Ew, like that's already too much math.
Oh, I agree. Thus, colleagues are literally persons who have been selected to work together.
Okay.
Collected together. In ancient Rome, a collegium was a body, guild, corporation united in colleagueship of magistrates, praetors, tribunes, priests.
What
I
is
don't know
this,
that
the
word.
Hunger Games?
A political club or trade guild.
Okay, so it's basically they put together important people. It sounds like
Yeah, it's like they're put together to work, I guess.
Okay.
In the same, in like a similar like field.
okay, but not politics. It sounds like.
It said political club.
Mm.
Okay. Thus, a college was a form of corporation, an artificial legal person with its own legal personality, with the capacity to enter into legal contracts to sue and be sued. So, like a group, I guess, could be sued, like a
Okay.
college of people.
I love how that's like the first thing that they established when they were like, okay, what is this thing we're inventing? And they're like, we got to be able to sue
it.
it.
Okay, and then in medieval England, there were colleges of priests.
Ah, there it is. It
Yeah.
always starts with religion.
Modern survivals include the Royal College of Surgeons in England,
Oh.
the College of Arms in London, and I totally lost myself. Okay. All groups of persons selected in common to perform a specified function and appointed by a monarch, founder, or other person in authority. As for the modern college of education.
Oh my God, Marble Mouth.
Yeah,
They sound
sorry.
like me.
Um,
Wait, so basically colleges were formed with the idea that it's like just a collective of people working together with the ability to be sued.
yeah, that's
And they
what
were
it sounds like.
How can we capitalize on this?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
In the United States, there were 5,916 post-secondary institutions. Oh my God, university or colleges as of 2020 and 2021, having peaked at 7,253 in 2012 and 13 and fallen every year since.
So there's less colleges being invented,
yeah,
but the peak
Or
was
less
7,200.
fewer successful ones.
So this is my point. College ain't gonna be all that girl in like 100 years. They're gonna be like, you guys went, what is a college?
I think so too.
Yeah.
But also I think college can also mean like any institute of higher learning.
Okay.
So it's like a trade school
Yeah,
is
specialty.
like a college.
Yeah, nursing school. Like that's what I think everything should be. Is that you go for like something you're interested in and you have the opportunity to back out without it like crushing your financial opportunities.
Totally. Also, the gift of knowing what you want to do
Yeah.
is so like I went to college. I was going to study broadcast journalism at
Same.
first. And then I was like, oh, I miss performing. Oh, actually, I got cast in a main stage show.
That a girl.
And I was like, I got to switch.
Yeah.
And so I switched into the arts,
And they were like, wow, you're never going to make any money. Congratulations.
they don't tell you that though.
No, everyone is warning you though.
I don't know if you should be able to take out a loan to pursue the arts.
Come sit closer. I'm nervous. You're too far out of frame.
I'm sorry. Okay. Do you know what the first college was?
Didn't you just tell me in Rome?
No. Like the first. I'm sorry. The first like college in America.
Why do I
think more,
feel
think
like
more
it's like
typically?
Harvard?
It is.
I win!
Founded in 1636. It was the first institution of higher education in the English colonies. Before American independence, 8 other colleges were founded in the future United States.
I just feel like it was so painstakingly white and hard to be around.
Oh my God. Horrible. They probably murdered a woman every day just to explore
Level
her
the
body.
playing.
Like the cadaver today is Amy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay. Do you want to hear some money stats around
Ooh,
college?
fuck, you know I do.
Okay. As of the first quarter of 2023,
This year.
yes, Americans owe roughly how much in student loan debt?
Gabillion.
1.77 trillion.
I was close.
Isn't that crazy? Bachelor's degree recipients who borrowed for their education have an average of how much in student loan debt?
I'm gonna conservatively guess 100,000.
29,000.
Okay, that's still way too much.
Yeah, I mean, that's on average. So there's definitely the 100 people up there. In 2023, 54% of bachelor's degree recipients graduated with student loan debt. So 54% of people going to school are leaving with debt.
That's wild.
Yeah. The average cost of attendance in 2023 was $28,000 for in-state undergraduates.
In-state?
And $57,000 for undergraduates at four-year private universities.
I thought the whole thing of doing it in-state was that it was only like a couple grand.
Because this is crazy too. State schools get the tax credits from the federal government so they can lower prices for like people of that state to go. But then they don't always spend it in that way.
I think where we fucked up is like all of this is good and well if you want it. But where along the line did we say in order to get a job, you need to have gone to college?
I mean, that's probably part of like the capitalism of it all.
It must be, because I feel like if you want to have a trade school, if you want to have like a nursing, doctor, lawyer, like for sure go to those because someone else's life is at stake in your hands usually. But for every other job, I think, in my personal opinion, experience is what gets you good at it. Like, get into the field.
Of course.
Get your hands dirty. Don't go take another 4 years of history class.
You know what? Also, I think it's so insane. Like, okay, I understood general education before the internet.
Yes.
But now that in the palm of our hands, we can look up when.
Anything.
Yes. Anything. There's apps that do mathematical stuff for you. So why should you learn that?
It does also feel like the Department of Education is like the lowest rung of like, but maybe like above sanitation, but maybe not even with climate change. I don't know. It just feels like, when are you ever hearing about like changing school curriculum, or not even school curriculum? Like, why are we not, again, going back to the focus of like, you shouldn't have to have a certain degree to be able to go do something.
Totally. The proof should be in the pudding.
Because it's accessibility, it's, you know, it's classist, it's racist. Like, we know that the primary institutions probably all stemmed from a form of racism and like classism. And that's
of
just,
course,
we should be breaking that.
The last thing is 69% of people say they would have done something differently in regards to their student loans, as in like not taking them out. 69%.
I was very fortunate that I did not have to take out loans for college. But I have heard from people that have in my life that they really know how to market it. Like, they can make anybody sign up for a student loan.
Well, they make it very easy.
Yeah. And like, it's gonna be this. It's so easy to do that. Like, this is the only way you're gonna be able to get a job. Blah, 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 blah. Like, they essentially leave you with no choice.
Totally.
And then if we see people who don't go to college, we're like, they're stupid. They can't do things.
Oh, like you said, classes and stuff.
I think that's also too why like gap years are becoming more and more popular, because we're trying to break down the idea that that's the very next step you have to do.
Of course.
Now, is there something to... I'll let you finish your section first before I ask.
Oh, no. There's like this last thing about scams.
Yeah.
It says the thing I got was today about 20% of California's community college applications are scams.
What?
Yeah, more than 460,000 of the 2.3 million requests to the state's online application system since July alone, says the state chancellor's office, which oversees the 116 campuses. Community colleges are required to accept any student in the state with a high school diploma and a social security number.
Oh
is
my
not
God.
required to apply. So basically, people are applying using other people's like information, getting these like grants, and then not going to the school. Yeah.
Someone fix that.
I know.
You know? Maybe we should fix that.
Or maybe we should apply for a state-funded grant. Yeah.
Oh, or we should like
We should take
participate in the
advantage.
scam.
Yeah.
So like, call Lacey at Scam Goddess, figure out if we can like somehow do this.
That's kind of a weird. I did a weird job just now.
What?
Of like explaining college. I feel like there's a lot more that could be talked about.
Okay.
I'm just shaming myself.
I feel fulfilled.
Okay, great.
I learned a lot I didn't know before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it started in Rome. Let's blame those guys.
Truly.
It's always their fault.
Italians.
We did just give you a lot of like yike facts about college, but I do think there's something, of course, in the idea of it being the first time you're, as an individual, out in the world, socializing, making choices. But you also shouldn't be allowed to do that at that age. Like, you're unhinged.
Well, this is the thing. I agree with you that in its way, I loved college. First of all, met some lifelong friends.
You're pointing to Amy.
Pointing to Amy. Also, it was getting to fly free, but with structure still.
Yes.
I think an 18-year-old hitting the world is like kind of a scary thing.
So
Like
scary.
turning 21 in college is like kind of nice too.
Yeah.
So like if we could figure out the finances behind it
Yeah.
and made it more accessible and less of a
Burden.
yes, that's going to
For
when
your
I hear,
life.
When I hear of a story of people like I've been paying $700 a month on my
yeah.
loans, but $680 of it is in interest, so
Yeah.
I haven't actually made a dent in my like.
Correct.
That's unconscionable.
And like, even when I've been seeing a lot on TikTok more recently than I had heard ever stories before about like doctors being like, it used to be you took out this massive loan, you got an incredible job, and you were able to pay it off after X amount of years. And like the thing was that you were now a doctor in a hospital with
Yeah.
established credit and da 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 da. And like now it's not even that anymore. It's like I'm not able to get a job anywhere. I can't pay off my loans.
That I don't know if this is true. Some doctors and lawyers don't
Google it.
Thank you. God, that button has paid for itself.
Okay, there you go.
Some doctors and lawyers literally just pay $100 a month on their debt because it doesn't affect any. Like they'll just die with that debt.
Yep.
And like
Correct.
as long as they're making payments, the institution who is loaning them the money doesn't care.
I think that's why some people were getting so pissed about like, why are the Republicans blocking the
Oh my
student
God.
debt cancellation? Like,
Oh my God.
why would you block that? It's
literally-
affecting everybody.
It's literally a spiteful thing. I think a lot of Republicans fall into the group of like, well, I didn't get that, so they shouldn't either. It's like, fucking shut up. Shut up. If this doesn't affect you, mind your own business.
If you could go back to your college experience, what's one thing you would do differently?
I mean, I hate playing this game too because
Your life is
my thing
perfect.
was like I took out I owed $36,000 I think when I left IU because I wasn't in state, I was out of state.
And you went to theater?
Yeah, musical theater.
Oh no.
Well, I just paid off my loans like at the beginning of the pandemic.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was paying them off for like 10, probably 11 years.
How did it feel to be done?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Because when you leave, you have nothing. Like you
Yeah.
don't have a job.
Yeah.
You just see this big number
Yeah.
and you owe this much every month. And then like I just paid the minimum for a long time. And then when I started making more money and becoming more successful, I was getting, bigger checks and throwing chunks at it. And then I had like 6 private loans and then like 3 government loans.
Oh, wow.
And so I paid off the ones with the highest interest first.
Yeah, smart.
And then I went down and I chipped away at the lower interest ones until one day I was like, I got paid and I was like, I had this money in savings and I was like, fuck it. I'm paying off my loans.
And it was worth it.
And it was so
I didn't
worth
know
it.
you could get multiple loans from different places.
every year. Like
Holy
I had to
shit.
get like a loan to like even out what I owed for school.
This feels criminal a little bit that they're
It's
like
so fucking
preying
criminal.
on 17-year-olds to
that's-
be like, you want this?
It's like credit card companies coming after 18-year-olds like you can get a credit card.
It really does feel predatory.
Totally. I will say though, and this is like a hack, and you said something I do differently. I don't know if I mean, it would be like go to my in-state school probably. Or honestly, I say this all the time. I wish I had taken out a $30,000 loan and just moved to LA as an 18-year-old. But as like a drunk and a drug addict, I probably would have died.
Yeah, it's probably best you didn't.
Yeah. So
change anything.
everything worked out. I mean, I'm in this room with these 2
Hot
lovely
bitches.
women. I love that I said lovely women and you said hot bitches.
We're taking back the word.
But I will say a hack that my mom did for me was she wrote like a handwritten letter to the financial aid office every year saying how great I was and like how hard I work and blah blah blah. And every year I got more money from them. Like the first year they gave me like a $2,000 cut. Next year was like 4, 5, and then like I think the last year they gave me like $6,000 off.
Wow.
And all because my mom just wrote a letter to the financial aid office.
Send an old school handwritten, send it by pigeon, hope it gets to your guy.
Well, I went to college in 1871.
That checks
so
out.
it was the only option.
That makes sense. I think the one thing I would do differently, and I think everyone knows my journey with college and my opinions on them, but I went to Auburn University in Alabama, right out of high school. I like didn't even have a summer break. I just went straight to college and started summer classes because I wanted to get the fuck out of Florida.
Oh, really?
Yes, I stayed there for like a year and a half, and I was
You went from Florida to Alabama,
dude, I didn't know it could get worse. And I moved into a 3-bedroom apartment off campus by myself because I didn't know any better, and my friend that was supposed to go with me didn't get into college and didn't get it, or she got her acceptance revoked, long story. And so I was by myself, and I think that was the biggest thing I would have changed was like maybe lived on campus my freshman year.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, I don't think if I had, maybe I would have made more friends and stayed and like wanted to be there longer. I'm kind of glad I was like, oh no, this sucks too. And then I moved straight to New York City and went to college there and was like, oh, this is my vibe. These are more my people. But then it was too cold. And I said, I'm cold. I'm going to move to Los Angeles.
How long were you in New York?
Like 2 years.
Okay.
And then I moved to LA and when I was 20, because I went to college when I was 17. And I had just turned 21, I think, when I got here.
Wow.
I was turning 21 right when I got here.
Okay.
And then I finished out an associate's degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to go back to school to try and get a degree in film, like a proper degree. So I went to a semester at LA City College just because I didn't have like very many credits left that I needed to do. And I went to like a computer class where they were like, okay, here's how to do Excel. And I went, I can't do this. And I walked out and I never went back.
Good for you.
It was too hard. I couldn't understand it.
But don't you like do Excel?
Now I do Google Sheets, and it's because I Googled everything.
Oh, great.
But truly, it was like I loved the film classes. I went and watched all the movies. I took all the tests. I got all the grades for that. And then it was like, now you got to go to math class, bitch. The fuck? After like 3.5 years of studying acting and screenwriting, you think I want to go back to learn about math?
There's just no way.
I couldn't understand it even if I tried.
And it's just so outdated. It's like, I don't need to know this.
I still haven't needed to know it.
Oh my I had to take like random courses as part of my bachelor's degree. And it was like, I took astronomy for like a science course. No, astronomy.
You had the gayest college experience. I can't.
Yeah. But it's like, why'd they make me do that?
And that's the thing with this episode is I don't want you to think we're like fully anti-college because for some people it is absolutely a vital growth point. It is an independence point. It is education for the thing you do want to do in life.
Sure.
But if you don't think you're 100% sure about it, take a gap year.
Well, hold on. If your parents are going to pay for it, fucking go to college.
I don't know. If your parents are going to pay for something, maybe go do a specialty school.
Well, no, but this is where, okay, well, yeah, that goes back to if you know what you want to do, do it. But like, if your parents are going to pay for it, I do think 18 to 22 was a beautiful time to be silly, to sleep in, to make some decisions that were bad, but not like horrible. Yeah. Like I did live on campus. I was a freshman in the dorms. And I was in like the arts side of the school dorm. So it was gay kids. It's where I felt comfortable coming from bi to like full hard gay.
The fact that you were even bi.
I mean, it was very silly of me. And then I was an RA the second year.
Oh my God.
Until I got fired.
What'd you get fired for?
Because I got a lead in the main stage show and they were like, we can't miss meetings. Like we had a meeting once a week.
That's fucking hilarious.
And so I lied and I said I had to make up because I had to go to dress rehearsal for sure and the performance for sure. That was too. And I said on the dress rehearsal when I was like, I had to make up a ballet final and I got my ballet friend to conspire with me and they fucking checked. They went back to like the head professor and he was a TA or whatever.
Shut up.
And they brought us into like student morality, whatever.
Shut up.
And
also fuck all the way off. You're gonna have a court case against your gay ass. That's homophobic.
You know what's so funny too is when I was first called in front of the people who ran my dorm, Troy Coyne and Ann Wood. I hope they're both right. In AA, I've had to apologize to a lot of people. I hope I will dance on their graves. They made my life hell. They made a bunch of us cry. So the first thing they said to me was, "Oh, Zach, I see here you're on quite a heavy financial scholarship. That'd be really bad if you lost it over this." Like that's how it started.
See, but this goes into my anti-college rant because you give kids too much you give them sorority positions, you give them club presidencies. This is where you find out who the fucking villains in life are going to be also.
Dude. Well, and here's the other thing, back to your point. I was there to do musical theater, not to be an RA.
Yeah.
I was there to study, and part of my thing was getting into shows and doing them because the professors all ran them.
Punish you.
Yeah, basically, for being very good at my major. And I was not having it, and I stand by it. So that last 6 weeks of sophomore year, I lived with a friend who had a 1-bedroom dorm.
Oh,
and he let me use his meal points and everything because I was a poor person. You know?
Shout out to that friend.
Yeah, Quinto.
I hope your grave is blessed with flowers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, this took a bit of a different turn in content. This was very we're pro and we're anti.
Yeah.
We argue both sides,
Totally.
which I liked. I made a game of 10 questions that all freshman college students should know.
Ooh.
And I'm going to see if you know the answers.
Oh my God. Okay.
No help from Amy. Don't you do it. You
Amy,
guys went to the same college.
Amy would not be my call a friend.
Damn, who would be your one phone a friend?
Probably one of my smart friends.
I don't know if I have any. Mine would probably be my dad. He's great at trivia.
You literally can't do that anymore because they just be like, yeah, I'm ready, with their phone.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, are you ready for Is Zachary smarter than a college freshman? All right, we're going to start easy here.
Is a freshman in college more successful than me? No. So go on.
Ooh, I don't know. You got to check out some of those entrepreneurs on TikTok.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go on.
Okay. Who wrote the play Leaning into Your Theater? Romeo and Juliet.
William Shakespeare.
Very good. Ding, ding, ding.
Although wasn't it speculated that he stole a bunch of?
Yeah, it was that he was more like a crew of people, like a Banksy.
Yeah.
Don't Google that.
Don't Google it.
What? For $1,000
That was so loud.
is the capital city of France?
It makes me think it's not Paris. Let's say Paris.
It's Paris.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
What did you get this? What freshmen in college need to know this?
Well, it's just the basic education that you should know.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, ready?
So far, college paid off.
Wow. For $50,000.
No, not money.
Which planet is known
For not existing.
as the red planet?
Mars.
Very good. Oh, here's a fun one. What is the chemical symbol for gold?
Oh my God. Wait, you mean the letters?
Yeah.
Um.
Can he do it?
Oh my God. Wait.
He's looking off into the distance. This is for $100,000.
Oh no.
You can phone one friend in this room and it can't be me.
Do you know?
Do you want to use this?
Yeah, I'll use it.
Okay, who are we calling today, Zach?
Let's call Amy.
Amy. Brr, brr,
You know the letters. Okay, AU.
That's right. You're
I knew it wasn't G.
AU. Okay, next question for $250,000. In what year did Christopher Columbus reach the Americas?
1492.
Yes! Oh my God, he went to college.
Well, for that question, I went to literally first grade.
Okay, relax. For $500,000.
I'd like to actually walk with the 250.
You're not allowed. Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Leonardo da Vinci.
That's incorrect. It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Stop! You really scared me.
Sorry. For $1 million.
Can I just say
what?
I do not think Mona Lisa is all that.
She's ugly.
It is not a good painting.
No, she's
it's
very
fine.
She looks like doughy, and I've never liked that about her.
She definitely looks a little sick.
She as a pale person, it gives us a bad name.
It really does.
Yeah. What is the largest mammal?
Whale.
Yes, for extra points. What color whale?
Blue.
That's correct.
I could have said sperm whale, but I didn't because I'm an adult.
Is for $5 million.
Okay, wait.
What is the formula for calculating the area of a triangle? Amy's nodding her head. Do you know?
A squared plus B squared plus C squared? No, not my final answer.
What's he gonna say?
Wait, for the, is it the Pythagorean theorem?
Don't call me that.
Wait, it's the oh.
Go on. This is for $5 million, Zachary.
Damn it.
$5 million.
What's the formula?
Yes.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. What is it?
Go back to high school.
Shut up. You wanted to say that so bad.
It is base times height divided by 2.
Oh, I saw you doing that too, but
Oh, is that what you knew?
I didn't want to cheat.
Okay, well, Amy got it right, so then we'll keep going for you. Look at you go. Who, Zachary, for $12 billion?
This has to be the 10th question.
No, there's two. This is 2 more. Who is credited with inventing the telephone?
Thomas Edison. Alexander Graham Bell.
Wow. Okay. He did study musical theater.
Wait. Have you gotten all of them right in your head?
I
Okay,
definitely would not have.
Okay.
I would have probably lost at.
So the man is still the smartest person in the room?
Oh my God. Okay. Final question.
Okay.
Which war is often referred to as the Great War?
World War One.
Wow, yeah, that was it. Ding, ding, ding. I didn't think you were going to get that.
Me neither. Honestly, I actually trusted God in that. When I
Lana
answered
Del
that.
Rey, thank you for that one.
Yes.
Honestly,
Taylor Swift knew.
But again, like, I don't fucking care. I don't care what the Great
No,
War.
same. I don't care, and I don't need to care.
Yeah. I don't need to spend $36,000 in debt to know that the Great War is
No,
World War
guess
I.
what, honey? As long as I have Wi-Fi or a strong signal, I can tell you that.
ChatGPT.
The better question is, why do you want to know?
Yeah, what's your fucking deal? What's your fucking problem? Where did you go to school?
Can you do a triple pirouette?
Yeah, I didn't think
Bitch.
so. Were you the lead in?
Chorus line?
Wow.
One of the leads.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how to use TikTok? That's what I thought, honey. That's all we have for this week. Go to college, don't go to college. What are your thoughts on them? Leave us comments and below. Leave comments and below.
Leave comments in below and in above.
We went to youtube.com university. Zach, do you have anything to promote?
Check out my tour dates. It's the Indoor Cat Tour. It starts beginning of September.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's the first time you told me that.
Oh yeah, the Indoor Cat Tour.
I love it.
And at ZachNoeTowers.com, there's a link to all the tickets and stuff.
And hey, go check out don'tpanicretreat.com. Come retreat with us. Let's regulate our nervous systems together.
Yes.
Please rate this 5 stars on iTunes. If you don't want to rate it 5 stars, please don't rate it at all because we are sensitive. Hey, A plus B equals C. See you next week. Hey.
Hey.